Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, LLC, offers more value than any other good full-service real estate brokerage firm when it comes to the sale of your home. We offer at least 27 things that contribute to your home selling in the least amount of time at the highest price. To receive our free home selling pamphlet, email us at info@brooksanddavis.com or call 713-665-8329. We also assist people who want to purchase homes or who are interested in getting their real estate license. Visit us at www.brooksanddavis.com.
Are you an inspiring entrepreneur? Or maybe you're an entrepreneur looking to take your business to the next level. My name is Larry W. Brooks, and I am the author of Empowering Quotes for the Entrepreneur in You and The Entrepreneur Code. In these two books, I guarantee you there's success secrets that will take your business to the next level. I personally invite you to visit LarryWBrooks.com. Go under the books link and purchase your signed personal copy from myself. You have a great day and have an awesome 2020.
Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. I'm your host, Rick Davis. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I urge you to do so at Prime Real Estate Rick. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential or commercial real estate anywhere in the great state of Texas, but especially here in our lovely city of Houston, I urge everyone to reach out to me directly on Instagram at Prime Real Estate Rick. As always, I want to introduce my co-host here, holding it down with me on episode 163. Not only is he a highly successful real estate broker, a multi-time author, serial entrepreneur, and a proud proprietor of the Pure Hustle clothing brand, I want to introduce, holding it down with us on a new set in a new building on the Prime Real Estate Network podcast, Mr. Pure Hustle himself, the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks. What's going on, brother? Come on, baby. The applause come everywhere, baby. You keeping it moving.
Man. Hey, man, no complaints, man. Enjoying it. You know, we having a little cool day here in Houston. Not to complain because other places are getting a heavy amount of snow, but it is always a pleasure to be here, be in front of the people, and, you know, just have an opportunity to pour into them. So it's been good.
Hey, man, you know, the audience and everybody who's been checking us out for the previous 162 episodes is going to notice new digs, new background, man. Yeah. I feel upgraded, bro. I got the light popping, the screen, man. I feel like this is just a time where in 2022,
studio audience and stuff.
Like in 2022, man, this year with the Prime Real Estate Network podcast, I hope we're able to up to the next level, to give not only those entrepreneurs and business owners in our audience an opportunity to interact with us, but I also, like we've always done, want to bring those like-minded professionals, those talented creators, and those unique, gifted business people to the audience so that everyone here in the greater Houston area and beyond can have an opportunity to network and connect with the same people that the Texas Real Estate King networks with on a regular basis. Yeah.
And, you know, the thing about it, another amazing thing about it, Rick, is I want to give a shout out to our weekend. We had a chance to go down to Dallas and speak with some people over in the Dallas, what was that? Louisville area.
Absolutely.
So it was amazing. Thank you to everybody that came out and just had great real estate questions, you know, and I think that we were able to help a lot of people on some of their visions or their movements when it came to their investment pieces, as well as those that are getting licensed to be realtors and just being able to pour into them. So for everyone that showed up in at that event, we appreciate you. Continue to watch the show. Continue to allow us to pour into you.
Hey, and to those SFA grads, those fine new grads that we had a chance to bump into at the event, man, stay connected, stay in touch, man, because we look forward to working and networking with you gentlemen into the future and beyond.
No doubt about it. Yeah.
Now, you know, every week, Larry, we always ask you to give our audience a little bit of the background and some of the things that go on behind the scenes with the show as far as getting commitments from our guests, some of your long-standing ties. So if you wouldn't mind, could you share with our audience a little bit of what went into as far as getting a commitment from this week's guest?
You know, it wasn't difficult at all. You know, I actually participated. She did a highly successful, amazing event. I want to say it was about a month ago. Had a bunch of amazing speakers that came out, and I had an opportunity of actually being one of the sponsors with a booth there. So I had an opportunity to meet her, watch the energy that everyone poured into her. Of course, following on social media, you see that she's truly that person, that energy, that vibe. And when I asked her to come on the show, it was not a second guess to it. She said yes, and then she dictated the time she wanted to be there.
Well,
I did. I said it. I'm just saying.
Well, without any further ado, Larry, I want to introduce this week's guest to the audience. This week on the Prime Real Estate Network podcast, we have one of the most dynamic and charismatic on-air media talents anywhere in America. Everyone here in Houston, we are honored and blessed to have her doing her thing, showing her skills, and providing her services to the entrepreneurs and business people here in Houston, Texas, man. She is not only a talented media personality, but she is also a philanthropist, entrepreneur, and most importantly, the founder of JTV1 Entertainment. Thank you for sitting in with us, Miss Jasmine Anderson. What's going on?
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Come on, get that applause. Soak it up. Soak it up. Soak it up.
Hey, look, come on, look, music play, everything, huh?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Miss Anderson.
Thank you for having me, both of you.
I know I've been a follower of yours for so long, social media space, checking you out on television, watching your podcast and show that you've done for the audience.
Yes.
She is also Sphere Podcast Studio alumnus in a way. So I've had an opportunity to check you out. And for everyone in our audience, please introduce yourself, JTV1, and the things that you guys provide from a media space to everyone here in Houston.
Yes. Hey, everyone. Yes, who's tuned in right now. It's just beautiful to be with like-minded individuals who are all about inspiring and encouraging the community and people. So at JTV1, it stands for Journey to Victory.
Okay.
So it's all about inspirational, motivational content to help people in their life to move forward. So through podcasts, through TV shows, through you seeing our articles, it'll be you seeing success stories of people and where they saw challenges and how they were able to overcome them through their gifts, through their talents, through their business, through whatever entity that they're in. You'll be able to see, hey, they found their gift. They made it through it. They done this. I can do it too. So it's a beautiful thing to see that there. I do offer private. We offer private media services. So we do have that available as well. But the main focus is a membership community, which will be launching in February. So y'all make sure y'all look out for that. You have to follow JTV Network to look for that. But it was told to me to kind of start a community. People wanted after events to come. They wanted a place they can also be a part of. So we added the membership where we'll have a community where we'll network and commute a lot. So I have the membership opening up, but we also have business services where we have the business directory. So all my people who have businesses, all my entrepreneurs who have businesses, we have a business directory area where you can list your businesses. And then we have the event space where events, if you have an event coming up or if you're part of the membership or you're part in the community, you can also place your events on there. Oh, wow. And then we'll have the articles. We have the articles on there where you'll see success stories. So between that and then hopefully soon, March, we're going to open where it'll be courses, since that's the new thing. Yeah. A lot of people are doing virtual courses. That's right. So we'll add the JTV University, which will be, I'm so excited because I want to be that one place everyone can go to where they know, hey, if we want informative information, like say you all do real estate and you're teaching a course on how to be better in real estate or what are some of the key things you need to do first before you buy a house. So say you offer that course or that workshop, we will have that link where they can go to your business. So it'll just be a place where for my business owners, they'll be able to have like a place they know if they go to this community, we're going to get that access. We're going to get that energy or those people. We're going to reach those people through this. Okay.
The great thing about what you have planned in 2022 is that it's just a natural evolution. Yes. For what you've already done. Could you speak to our audience about a lot of your philanthropic endeavors? Because not only do you give back to the community, but you're also an educator. And I see you brought a couple of your books with you.
Yes.
So could you just please, show us your books and talks about how that ties into the things you do community-wise, philanthropic-wise, and how you give back?
Yeah, so for one, I definitely do events. So that was something that started with me doing actual one-on-one. I wanted to make it more where it could be like a whole room could get the information, like a live audience, and then help other businesses be able to be seen as well. So it's like a networking, informative space. So that's how that started. But my first book was Live Fully, and I did this in 2017. I came out with Live Fully, 10 Golden Rules for Living a Rich Life. This was my first book, and it's my baby, but this was my first book, and it came birth through me doing journalism, through me talking to people. I was able to get their success, like their words of wisdom.
Yeah.
At first it was going to be words of wisdom, but we went for Live Fully. But it was beautiful because a lot of people go through things that have so much wisdom.
Yeah.
And so from my interviews, I kind of placed those quotes. So you'll have quotes in here. And then the things that I use that helped me in my life through my life, I was able to do those in 10 golden rules. So that's for this book. And then we have A Powerful Woman, which I released in 2020.
Okay.
So this one's a little newer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in 2022 now, y'all.
Yeah.
Look, it's in
The time is flying.
Time
right?
is flying
Time
at
is
warp
flying.
speed. You
Right?
already know.
So A Powerful Woman, Activate Your Power Now. And this book right here, this was because I was searching. I needed to rebirth myself. I wanted to recharge myself.
Yeah.
And so through me doing a lot of that, through my interviews, talking to women, I wanted to know, like, what all is it supposed to be a woman?
Yeah. Right.
Like, of course, we know to look good. Of course, we know, okay, we have to act like this, or certain things are mannerisms. But it was like, no, what is, like, who am I? Like, what is a woman's full capacity or her full
Yeah.
capability? What makes a woman a woman?
Right.
And I felt I wanted to know, like, deeper with certain women, like, what is a strong woman? What is a powerful woman? What are the powers we possess? How are we supposed to be thinking? What are the things we're supposed to be doing? So I felt in a place, I want to say, before I wrote this, I was stuck. I was like, okay, how do I rebuild myself? Who am I supposed to be? Like, who is the woman I'm supposed to be versus just looking good, just the norm that people think a woman is supposed to do. It's like, no, what inside, what internally am I supposed to do? So I have those things, those key things to kind of recharge you, to rebirth you, and to knowing your calling and who you are and those things you should apply in your life. So
With your books that you've written with the self-empowerment, the uplift, what is it that motivates you to pour so much into strangers, people you haven't met before, new acquaintances? Where do you think that stems from personally?
that stems from me and my own life, like that. I didn't have that. I didn't have the right mentorships. I didn't have anyone telling me, okay, if they did, I'll be way better off, but I didn't. So I put these out there so young people, or even people now, whatever age, that they can feel, hey, I have something I can connect with that can help me move through this. Because that was my favorite thing. I was always, whenever I had a bad day, whenever I had challenge, like the self-help development area was like my go-to. I knew if I was like having a bad day, I was like, I just need something to motivate me. I need something to inspire me, something, so sometimes people get stuck. And me, it was just like, if I just get to Barnes and Noble and and that's self-help, and I'll just skim through a book, like just something to kind of get my mind to shift. I knew I needed to go to a self-help to get my mental to shift, to not stay in that negative space.
Wow.
And so I was like, you know what? And then when someone gave me the idea to write a book, I said, I want to do self-help book. Like, I want to be self-development, because we as people, we need motivation. We need encouragement. We need those things. So if that's something I go to, I was like, let me use some of the things from the books that I've read that helped me. Let me be able to place that in a book, or let it be available for people who don't know how to get it, or who's not going to go to Barnes & Noble, who's not going to go get it. Let me at least put it through my events, or through my social media, or through books, where they'll be able to get that information.
And I've always taken from that too. A lot of times you'll find that people value your opinion more than they would an author that's in a store that they never had an opportunity to follow, never could relate to. So a lot of times your vision, the energy that you put out, is where they get their energy and trust from, that allows them to pour. So I've experienced that myself as well. So that's
One of the great things in my research as far as your brand and your organization was the type of events that you host. They're not the norm. I think one of the best things about your organization and what you bring to the table are some of your skills in as far as media production, event planning. Because as your events, there's going to be interviews, there's going to be fun. I mean, it's almost as if it's like going to your own private Grammy party, because you're interviewing people. The energy is there. It's just everyone is so lively.
I love that.
And,
Thank you.
And these events and your energy and your interview techniques and skills are those things that entrepreneurs like Larry and myself, people in different aspects of real estate, mortgages, is that something that we could take advantage of when we reach out to JTV1?
Yes, I definitely agree. And my thing is highlighting the businesses or the people who aren't getting highlighted. So that's my whole point of putting on the event. So I'll have like 11 to 14 speakers, and people think like we're going to be there hours. And I'm like, no, it's just for you to mainly get who they are. You hear them speak for a short point. It's not like we're going to be there 10 hours. It'd be like a 2-hour, 3-hour event. And it's amazing that I'm able to get that many people to speak for people at a time. But my whole point is to highlight their business, highlight their story, so people know, oh, these people are in Houston. Oh, these people do this. This is what I need in my life. I need to connect with that business. And so a lot of collaborations happen at those events. Like a lot of people that you wouldn't normally get to, they're there, they're speaking on the panel. You're able to talk with them, tell them certain ideas. So a lot of contracts, a lot of community things, a lot of things happen at those. So that's why I was like, okay, I'm going to start a membership through the business, because I want to keep this going. I want to keep this flow where people know, hey, I want to stay along the journey. I want to continue to meet new people, new businesses in my area. So that was the thing. I wanted to highlight people's stories, highlight their business, highlight what they were doing. Absolutely. And so you coming to JTV, which is Journey to Victory, your business will be highlighted. Your business will be, whether we do private media service or if it's at an event or if it's us writing an article or a story on you or an interview, it's basically to highlight what you offer, what you do, so people can contact you. Wow.
And contact info for everyone in the audience that want to schedule a consultation, because they're like, whoa, she does that and she can do that for me. I need to talk to her today. So how can I reach out to you?
So they can email me, Jasmine, JAZMIN at jtv1.com, and I'll be able to send you the link to where you can make the consultation. But if you email me, Jasmine, JAZMIN at jtv1.com, or follow me on social media at Jasmine Anderson Official or at JTV Network, one of those two, you'll be able to keep up with the events we have coming up, the different things we have going on, and the membership to look out for February. So we're launching that in February. I'm so excited because it's nothing like it. And I myself always wanted to be in a membership, and I feel like they don't meet enough. They don't really do enough hands-on. Like, you know, they might every few months or something like that. But sometimes people, we need that like every week, or we need something, you know, every morning or something to keep us going as entrepreneurs and motivation to keep going, to continue to connect. So,
I mean, I thank you so much, because some of the gems you've given out in this first segment of our interview, I'm sure there's members of our audience that's going to take those, they're going to internalize, and they're going to put them into practice. But when we come back from our break, I want to talk to you a little bit about your entrepreneurial background and your evolution as a businesswoman and entrepreneur, because I'm sure there's so many people that's worked with you in the media space for so long that they may undervalue the evolutionary stages that you had to go to become the woman that you present yourself to professionally at this point.
Yes.
So if you don't mind, I want to go into a little bit of that after our break.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, thank you. I want to thank everyone for tuning into the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. Mr. Brooks and I is going to take a short break to hear from our sponsor, but we will be right back.
I'm serial entrepreneur Larry W. Brooks, and I'd like to personally invite you to take a closer look at the Pure Hustle clothing brand, along with several books that I've authored to take entrepreneurs, small business owners to the next level of their business. So please take a look at shoplwb.com. How do you survive?
Rent to own is not a myth. Turn your rental payment into a down payment with Divvy Homes and the Prime Real Estate Network. All you need to qualify is a 550 minimum FICO score and $40,000 in annual income. If you've worked your current job for at least the last 6 months and you can prove that you have $2,000 in the bank, your dream of home ownership can become a reality. Please direct message, call, or email the Prime Real Estate Network today and learn more about this exciting new program. Welcome back to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. I'm your host, Rick Davis. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I urge you to do so at Prime Real Estate Rick. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential or commercial real estate anywhere in the state of Texas, but especially here in our lovely city of Houston, you can reach out to me directly on Instagram at Prime Real Estate Rick. As always, my co-host is Mr. Pure Hustle himself, serial entrepreneur, the Texas real estate king, Mr. Larry W. Brooks. What's going on, bro?
Hey, man, enjoying the show, enjoying the audience. You know, we got entertainment when it comes to audience as well, man. So it's a good vibe, no doubt.
Absolutely,
about it.
man. And I want to thank our guest, Miss Jasmine Anderson. She is the founder and owner of JTV1 Entertainment. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes, thank you
Yes,
for
indeed.
having me, y'all. I'm really
Yeah.
happy that I'm here. Like, this is awesome. What
Oh
y'all
no,
doing.
you help us blaze the first part of this interview,
on,
so I
let's do
appreciate
it,
that.
And you got so many amazing things going on. So most definitely, for those of you that are just tuning in on the second segment, most definitely go back and check out the first segment. There's a lot that Jasmine has going on. So y'all want to know about it.
You know, I wanted to talk to you, Jasmine, a little bit about your background, because when people research you and they see you online, they'll see your resume, go to your website, they'll see you as a media personality, actor, producer, TV, radio host. When did you first decide that media, entertainment was something that not only were you interested in, that you were ready to commit to professionally?
Wow, no, I think that's good. And I think when we find what our gift is or what our personality aligns with, where it doesn't feel like work, that's powerful. There's energy in that. So that's what I did. I know at first I thought I wanted to be a lawyer, which a lot of people say, girl, you would have did good in that. I thought I wanted to be a basketball player. I was like, I'm going to be good at being like a woman's basketball player. Like, I really had those two before I got into media. Those were like things I did. I was a real tomboy. It doesn't look like that, but growing up, I was a tomboy. And so it just took when I was 17 years old, and it was like a personality thing. I had to really think with myself, okay, what are you really going to practice every day to be good at? Like, what are you naturally going to want to do? Like, because I was trying to figure out what I was going to study for college. So I was like, okay, so what are you really going to do every day? And I was like, I like basketball, but I don't know if I want to practice every single day to be the best at it, you know? And then I was like, I really think I want to be a lawyer, but I don't even follow all the laws.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't think I could be a lawyer to study that. So it was like, okay, when it came to me thinking about my personality, I like meeting new people. I like the energy of like knowing people's stories. Like, I was so curious about a lot of people's stories. And so I was like, well, what aligns with that? And then I thought, okay, journalism, you know, me seeing shows. I was like, I could do that. I could do a TV show, and it would be like, it wouldn't be like I'm working. It would be just a natural conversation, and that would be beautiful. I'm gonna get paid for it. So it was like a flow where I was like, you know what? In media, that's like what I want to do, because I felt like it was a flow for me. I wouldn't have to try to be something else. I wouldn't have to try like me studying and critiquing what I do. It would just make me better at my speaking, make me better at interviewing. So I started at 17. I found out that's what I want to do. So then from there, I started doing like the talent show, like talent shows we had. I got to co-host that. And that was the time when, what's the guy, what's that? Back then, they didn't want me. Now
Mike Jones.
Mike Jones came to our school, so I hosted that talent show. I wish somebody
Mike
would
Jones
find
came to your
that
high
footage. Yeah.
Shout out your high school.
Okay, so I went to 3 different high schools, y'all.
Okay, which one did Jones come to? Which one did Jones come to?
Jones came to Nimitz.
Oh,
So I
okay.
went to Nimitz High
North Side
School.
representative.
Yes,
There it is.
The North. Oh,
Yes,
man.
so I
Chester
moved
W.
here.
Nimitz. There it is. There it is.
That was when he was, he just was coming out. He
I
came
know.
to the high school.
When you on top, you on top, baby. That's what it is.
The talent show. So that's when I first started in the media thing. I was like, okay, so what things I could do? And it was the pep rallies to the talent shows to the yearbook committee, so that part, me seeing, okay, what places in media that I can kind of do. And it kind of led me in the communities I needed to be.
But see, I can't let you undersell your own accomplishments. While I was doing my research into your professional background, one of the things that was most impressive was that at the age of 17, you were able to break into the media space professionally.
Yeah.
So I don't want anyone in the audience to undervalue your story, because not only did you make that decision, you put a plan in place and was able to actually get on the ground, on the job, media training with professionals.
Yes.
Wow. So how was that experience at 17?
So once I graduated from high school, me knowing exactly what I wanted to do, me knowing, okay, this is the career path I want to do. College, I was able to take courses, and shout out to like the professors who really are hands-on with their students. Right. And so our field trips was actually, we would go to certain shows, or we would go to actually where they printed everything in the media. So I was able to go and see, or go and sit in the audience to kind of take notes, and that kind of would be an assignment. So that's how it started. And then from there, me doing that. So it's important that you figure out what you want to do, because you're able to
make some moves.
yeah,
right,
make the right moves
and learn
you need
early.
to make.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and learn early at it. And it's never too late, but it just helps if you kind of sit down with yourself to figure out, man, what do I naturally like doing? Or what do I naturally want to do? So in that space, from there, college was where I was able to start doing apprenticeships. Like, my thing was, I felt school, like, I know people are in school and that, I was like, I just want to be hands-on. Like, of
I
course,
want to do.
I don't want to be doing math, English, like, that's cool, we can do all that.
I want to do.
But all these other courses, can we get straight to, I guess, senior year is when you start being hands-on.
Yeah.
And so for me, I was like, no, I need to be hands-on now, you know.
That's
so from there, I was doing, like, I'm trying to think how I got into. I was looking for broadcasting school because I felt I wasn't getting enough at my school. I was like, I'm in this history class, I'm in this. This is all things, but this is not what I want to do. Like, this just wasting my time.
Yeah.
So I felt like a lot of those classes, and of course, you probably need them for different things. But for me at the time, I was like, I felt like it was a lot of time wasted. Like, I wanted to just get into it.
Yeah.
And so from there, I was looking up broadcasting schools, and that's kind of what led me to doing more in the field. Like, once I signed up for a broadcasting school going on. That was all their focus was. So from there, I was able to do hands-on, like, with big stations or big TV things.
And, you know, it's interesting because me and you talked about this a little bit before we started recording this week's episode. And yes, audience, we do talk before we do record. So one of the things that I've always asked you, and I would really love for you to elaborate on camera, is that once you actually break into the media space and you're with large corporations,
Yes.
and you're with large local television networks, radio stations, what motivated you to break away from that, become an entrepreneur, a business owner, and start your own media company? Was there a member of your family? Because Larry, you'll speak to this.
Wow.
Every week we ask this question of the entrepreneurs and business people that we meet. Was there a member of your family, close personal circle, who motivated you to take this path that's less traveled?
Well, you know, what kind of made me do the transition, a lot of the positions that I wanted, that I felt I really wanted to do, they weren't, like, giving me the opportunity to do it. So it was like, okay, you can work here, or you can come in every now and then. It was like little stuff, little work, which is fine. Some companies, that's what they do. But I was like, no, I'm ready to be on. I'm ready to be on this thing. I want to do what I do. I was working in the control rooms. You know, how to record or do other things. And I was like, no, I'm ready. So I think the fact of me really wanting to be ready to do things, and doors were not opening as I would like them to, and I wasn't getting the opportunities that I felt I should be getting because I had experience, because I was working for so much. You know how you do like apprenticeship or certain things. It's like, okay, well, now I should be able to do a little bit something more, and I felt they weren't giving me those breaks, they weren't giving me those opportunities. And of course, like, some of them, which I'm grateful, I guess this had to happen for me to get here, but it showed me, like, I wanted to show that I was good at it. So I started my own brand just to show, like, I know how to do this, you know? So it was like, for me at first, like, okay, I'll just do some reels or do some things of myself out and about, or me interviewing people and me doing things like that to show, like, no, I'm good at this. Like, hello, this is what I do. And so in that, it just, a light went on, like, you know what? I'm going to be so good. They're going to wish they would have gave me those opportunities. And I'm still growing and doing it, but I'm saying it gave me the momentum, like, I had the idea of what I wanted and what was missing. I saw, hey, it's not really a motivational thing I can turn on and know that if I watch it with my kid, I'll be okay. If I'm listening with anyone in the car, there's not a certain channel, you know, for sure, I can go to this and nothing's just going to pop up. Or I know if I listen to this, my kid can listen to it too. Like, we're both grow, or that it grows you as a spiritual, or your spiritual, or who you are as a human being. There's no type of station, you know, if I go here, I know I'm going to leave with something good. I'm going to leave with some wisdom. I'm going to leave with some knowledge. Like, there isn't a set station. They might have a show or something on there, but it's not like a station that's all they're doing.
Right.
So that is like the whole goal for it. It's like for someone to turn it on, they can listen to it, anyone, and it will stimulate their mind. It will stimulate them to want to be better, to do better, whether it is through a podcast, whether it is through a show, whether it's through a course, or whether it is through them coming to a membership. It'll advance them as a person to want to be their best.
You know, it's so much. Me and Larry, no, the thing about this, and Larry and I talk about this a lot, is that we would love to be able to have an hour to interview all of our guests, especially those like yourself with so much to pour into the audience. But I must ask you before we sign off this week,
Okay.
for all the members of our audience that are meeting you for the first time, that's going to follow you on Instagram and on social media, but would love to engage with Miss Anderson face to face, are you heading up any events? Are you involved in any philanthropic activities in the near future that you would like to make our audience aware of?
Yes, so I definitely have some coming up. That's why I'm like, y'all follow, because I'm excited that JTV, we actually have a client who were a media representative, and it's me getting in the political world. So it's pretty amazing, because I think politics are so important. So that's opening up an area, because I feel like people in the community don't really know about politics. We're just, oh, that's politics.
It's a
and we
big
think
part
it's
of
so
life.
different.
Absolutely.
But that's how things are changing our community and our life and how we handle things. So that's a great space, the way God is flowing it. So June, July. Look, we in January. Let me go to January, okay? Let me go to, sorry, y'all, let me go to January. Okay, so January 30th or February 5th, we're still working which date is better. So I will post that. It's either going to be January 30th or February 5th. We're actually doing a campaign, like what is politics. So it'll be like different people who are running for office. It'll be like 6 people who are running. So you'll be able to hear about what they'll do in office, how politics works. It's going to be a panel, as well as you can help to volunteer or donate to help these people get in office. But I feel like there's so much we're missing and not knowing. You know, we just think presidential is important. Just, when the presidential vote comes, that's when I need to vote.
Yeah.
No, you need to do it when it's your community votes. And I'm even learning about the different precincts, the different districts. So again, his name is Gary Harrison. I'm excited. So y'all will see that. That's the event coming up January 30th. And to be media representative in the politics world, like with the campaign,
What you're
kinda
doing
excited.
is priceless.
Yeah.
Bringing awareness to our political system, those that are running the things that they're going to be running on as far as a platform is something that I think in our community is very, very underserved from that standpoint. And I thank you so much for doing that, man.
Thanks. So that's the first one y'all look forward to. And then we'll have like the Mother Day kickoff and those different events coming up. So y'all follow, so when I post them flyers, y'all ready. Okay.
You know what
y'all
it is. And of course we'll share as well.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much, man. Mr. Brooks,
Nothing at all. I'll just be here in the city.
you'll be in the city getting it going, brother.
That's it.
Absolutely, man. I want to thank Miss Jasmine Anderson, everyone from her team at JTV1 who's here in the studio. Big shout out.
No doubt.
I want to thank the Texas Real Estate King, because this is episode 163, man. Because what they say, man, we gonna keep doing our thing, man.
Facts.
Big
Keep
shout
running
out
on
to
the
everybody
amazing
over at the Sphere Podcast Studios. You know, I'm gonna go out the way I came in. Mike and Roman behind the ones and twos. You can't see it that way, but I'm gonna represent as always, man. On behalf of myself, the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks, I want to thank you for tuning into the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. In the meantime, in between time, if you need anything, we're only a phone, call, text, or inbox message away. And until next Thursday, everyone out there in our audience, be safe and be blessed.